Special thanks to my super sponsors Schumann 3D Blast, Ministry of Ennui Control, Metric Conversion, Stale Donut, Mr. Brun and Lord Entropy. Visit patreon.com/DavidXNewton to join the ASCII Brigade. Oh, okay. Well, dying in a game is a usual and normal thing to happen, but if you die in a Myst game, then I would just have to flee the country. So we are being stretchered over to the hideous golf ball egg tree. So at the very start of the game, when the Aboriginal person took the book from me and then was shot by the one who was wearing goggles and handkerchiefs and things, I thought that they were natural enemies, but they seemed to be working together to take me down. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Then again, this mood could be applied to the whole game. This is a common thing with Riven as well, that it just spends so long on blank screens and pauses, and I know it's not exactly an action-packed game, but it could have been, it could stand to have been sped up a bit. Alright, now where am I? Lavishly furnished cell, some nice stone effect walls, a bowl, oh, a nice big window in the door, which has been obligingly left there so I can escape. Oh no, I see them watching me in this. Again, there's the egg tree, or one of them, and what a weird collection of little houses. It would almost be pretty if it wasn't so evil. I don't think anything's going to happen here. I think I'm just going to watch that shadow go back and forward. Can I just lean over the stumps a bit and just slide out? Okay, never mind. I suppose it's too much to hope for that there's a nice big secret passage. Oh yeah, there's a massive hole in the wall. And, I can escape this way if I feel like breaking my neck. Oh, something's happening now. Lost the cursor. Now, is that Catherine? No, Catherine would be able to speak English, although maybe she assumes I can't. At least she provided me some reading material. Where'd they go? Oh! I've got some inventory! Okay, so it's time for me to speed read and summarise once again. Oh, this is the prison book that I lost at the very start of the game. So if someone were to click that, like a big idiot, they would be transported into the void of time and space, and we'd never hear from them. Let's see what happens if we click it. I am a genius! Alright, obviously not the thing to do, so let's look at the other one instead. So this account seems quite similar to my own, that there was a violent clang and bars appeared, and then they were hit with a dart. So this note, I write quickly from my prison. I wish I could read this handwriting a bit better. Oh, Nilak or Vilak will return your book, which the Noiti intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Aetius for a very specific purpose. Gain will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gain keeps it in his office. Then, I assume, we're to signal Atreus. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I am released. From Catherine! Okay. When Aetius and I trapped Gain on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. 2 of the Rivenese even witnessed a confrontation with Gain at the fissure, where I linked back to Mist, and where Aetius threw himself into the abyss. Of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess that we had won. That Gain was no god at all, but only a feeble impostor, a false god, and that we had trapped him on Riven. Riven was once one island, and it's been split apart into 5 distinct pieces, about a half a mile apart. So here's what I know so far. The moiety, I think, this word, which could be noisty, honestly, but who knows, they split off from the Aborigines, the Rivenese, and they live underground now, and they believe that Aetius and Catherine are the true gods. The Rivenese still follow Gain, and Gain's self-absorbed constructions are on the 4 of the 5 islands, which are apparently heavily guarded, but I see no evidence of that as I've bumbled round flicking everything and pulling switches and things. The last island that I haven't visited is where the Great Tree used to exist. The main island, the one with the village, is still referred to as Riven. This age has become Gain's factory, and the people are his machines. That he's conning them into working for him so that he can eventually craft the right book and escape. It says, so far he has not been able to produce a fully functional book. So that means that the ones that I found under the domes, do they just not work ever? Is this going to be some enormous clue about that thing that I saw at the very start of the game? Because if it is, I'm not getting it. Found the Star Fissure. It is located on the island which the Rivenese call Aleppo, meaning water pool, but which is referred to by the moiety as Atahalan. Oh, that's the fissure! Having once allowed Aetius to escape the age without leaving an open door behind us, it has since been sealed with a skin of heavy iron. A crude telescope has been mounted over a locked viewport, the combination to which was acquired by the moiety before my arrival. 12255. That is the combination I've been looking for since the start of the game. With the decayed state of the islands, opening the fissure now would be disastrous. Guess where I'm going? She certainly wrote a lot, didn't she? She's probably got very little else to do when she's being treated as a god by the variety, and I don't know. Oh, here we go. I still remember Aetius' words from his journal. I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse. There must be some greater reason behind it. The enemy uses this... What? Against them, they are fearful of Gain's symbol and are terrorized by his symbolic use of the wark. Can you write a bit better? Honestly, this is like reading a letter from my mum. I'm now 900 pages in, and it says that Gain now has the ability to create working books. Back then, none of Gain's books worked, but instead of correcting the problem at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of the Riven Forest and proceeded to engineer an cumbersome mechanical remedy, a complex series of domes, to heal his book's inherent flaws. Those are the domes. One of the consequences of this crude solution, however, was that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problems delayed his success for quite some time. At last, however, he finished his work and was finally able to link to an age, but he kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason or another, belligerent pride, he has made modifications to the domes which make it obvious that he's using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. After linking to the age which I've written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine and adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gain's clumsy domes. So she can repair the books that are under the domes with this book repairing film. Alright, so that plan succeeded, the domes were opened, the books were powered, we have evacuated all of the motor to this new age. The only way to completely safeguard this place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven. That's the one that I used. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They will be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. Tomorrow I will return to Riven to see Gaines' reaction for myself, but tonight I finally rest. And so do I. That was a complete novel. I just checked, and it is 96 pages long. So this was the important thing. This was written very recently. I'll need a combination to release Catherine. Gain keeps it in his office. I think I've written that down already. Alright. Well, how do I get out of here then? I think, with the noise at the door again, that might be about to be answered. Okay, so she's using the book repair window. Oh, I wish I could understand you. She's using the book repair window on that book so that possibly I can escape from here and use, in my unique, blundering way, the knowledge that I've gained from Catherine's book back in Riven. And I'm supposed to fix everything like that. Could you just let me out of here? Okay, never mind. There we go. And that gets us back here. Suppose I'll go and find something to do. Now, I have been given a small hint from my chat room about a puzzle that I've already solved. That somebody said that I'm taking this a bit quickly. Okay. So there are the things on the beach. Oh, okay. Oh, do you have to wait for them to sleep? Stay very quiet. That is much closer to the noise I was looking for. What a stupid puzzle. They also said that there was a shortcut that I hadn't discovered yet for one of the one-way journeys, and this is the only one that I can think of, the dragon mouth being the only one-way door that I've got left. But I just don't see it. There's nothing to fiddle with or touch. There's these lamps, nothing... Oh! Oh! Well, that's impossible to see, isn't it? Not going to take that just now, though. I'm going to head back to the original island and see what damage I can cause by opening the fissure. Alright, this manhole. This was 12255, wasn't it? Aha! The infinite void of space. Can I touch it? No, that was probably unwise. Let's have a look through here. There are some stars. Closer look. More stars. Still stars. Definitely stars. Yep, those are stars all right. And once again, I've discovered something, but I'm not really sure what it means in context. While we're on the subject of cleaning up, though, there was one other thing that I know I've missed here, just from reading around. There's that, which I never saw on my multiple journeys through this environment. That's going to take me up to a place that I haven't yet seen. It wasn't really built in the most practical way, was it? Because now I've got to go all the way round, which is, of course, why I needed to be able to turn this valve and get that open, and get this walkway aligned all up there, and to be able to open the gates. and turn this around. So here we are back at the stairs, and what is this? Was that a little lever? Well, I'm suddenly glad that my player is so slow and I wasn't standing under there when that happened. Back up now so I can actually see what I'm doing and maybe go through here. Oh, no, I can't. Oh. Oh, no. Alright, instinctively I ran away from that immediately, but I do think I might have the clues to solve this. We've got the sequence of eyes that I've repeatedly tried to use in different puzzles and got nowhere with, but I think this is it this time. I think that the eyes represent domes, and these marbles represent domes. You can see the Tetris shapes that are the islands of Riven, and I need to put these marbles where the domes are in the correct colour order. Thankfully they're in the right order just now, so my colour blindness doesn't really come into it, although I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between this, and this. I know the sequence is half open eye, well, I'll put it on the screen, and that the domes are on they're on the map. They're on the map, so I need to go back to the map room, and this has been one very long run-on sentence, but hopefully you get the idea of where I'm going with this. So, it's time for another comeback tour, with some note-taking about which domes are which. So suddenly this dragon shortcut comes in handy, because I can just get straight up to the dome here. Oh, which one was this? Can I start it again? I can, okay. I find this honestly more likely than trying to time it, just pressing it repeatedly until it happens. So this one was the first one in the sequence. That one's the treetop village island. The one on the orb, the big dome island, was the fully open eye. And there was one here as well, but I don't know which one that was because the window was broken. Which is sort of an ingenious thing, because if one of them wasn't broken, you would be able to find only 5 of them, and then you'd know the other one. But this way, you've really got to get them all before you know the combination for sure. And so, we have some nice grid lines telling us where each of these book domes are, so that I can then know where to put those marbles. Unfortunately, I didn't happen to write down which direction they were facing in, but I'll intuit it as I go. This one looks like it's at the bottom slightly left corner of this. There's the dome on the village island, so that is 2 in from each corner if it's facing this way. Now I'm looking at the workshop island. Oh, I did find a dome in that, but I haven't found out how to open it. I suppose that lump must be the dome, if it's indicating that it's underground. And this all looks the same from every angle. Oh no, I suppose the position of the square matters as well. Alright. That's it there. So, on the orb dome island, it's right in the bottom right corner if this shape is facing that way. And this only has one square, which is very nice indeed, and it's down there. So I could reasonably do this by trial and error at this point, but I do want to know if there's a way of stopping this dome. And I'm fairly certain it's that on the other side of that wall, but is there anything on the side of that wall? I don't have to... It's not this again. Please don't make it be this again. It's that again! Alright, so into the passage, hidden by the door, which somehow I just didn't notice until the... Oh, for God's sake. So, okay, what's our eye this time? Vertical eye, okay. Wankers. I do feel like I'm solving a puzzle now. I think it takes a long time to get to it, but we're back in familiar puzzles that look like a puzzle territory. So much of this game was just exploring and finding out what the world was like and why these things were here. Am I going to get new respect for this game now that it's all coming together? Don't misunderstand me, there have been places throughout it that have been absolute balls, but overall I think I'm beginning to get excited about piecing it all together now. So the question is now, can I take the hideously scrawled notes I've taken over the last 15 minutes and somehow translate and rotate them into the correct diagram of marbles on top of this thing? I'll start with something I know, the Treetop Island. I had it the wrong way round when I was mapping it, but thankfully it's quite easy to correct. This is the square that I need it in. Treetop is the first one. It had the eye with the line. So, this was 2 in the turn, so it's there, I think. Moving on, the turquoise one for the Dome Island, that's this one. Again, I had this completely the wrong way round, so I have to rotate it, but it'll be in the top left square of I think it's there, and that was associated with the turquoise light underwater. Alright. The last one is the vertical line eye fully open is the Workshop Island, which is the square one, and it's going to be, I actually got this one right, it's in the top left, and it was 2 in from the top left. Okay. The map island here, I don't know its symbol or colour, I never will know its symbol or colour, but the dome is there. The 5th island that I haven't explored is... Oh, I don't seem to have written down where it was on the map when I rotated it. Oh, the sodding way back. At least the dragon shotgun's going to come in handy again. Okay, I'm back! Alright, and it was... this is actually the right position. I'd put it that way round. Okay.
Hi, Daddy. Do you need help with anything?
I'm doing alright, thanks, Benny.
Okay, so repairing that thing that's in here up here really hard, so you need some help. Now what do I do?
I don't know. What I've got to do next to repair that is to repair the wire.
Okay, I'll help you repair the wire.
Well, I don't really know how. I've got to toast some of the ends of it so that the insulation comes off, and then I've got to twine them together again, and I don't really know how to do that.
Well, it sounds like you need help with that. You don't have an oven down there here or anything to burn this off?
No.
How about you use the fridge?
You can put it in the fridge if you like.
No. Okay. I think I've got it. Does your fridge burn wires off?
No, usually it makes things colder.
I'm gonna make this colder so we can burn it off.
Alright.
Just
like your face.
Yeah. Just like burn.
We've been repairing a dance pad that I've had in the cupboard for years and years and years, and she absolutely loves it, just taking the probe on the multimeter and sticking it into the VGA cable end, and then finding out which wires got the signal. So we've mapped all the wires now. Not quite sure what the next step is, but I'll work it out when I get there. Here we are again, let me get my swathes of notes out. So, if there is a marble here, as I believe there to be, then we've now placed the 5 marbles on top of where the domes are on each island. The missing information is what symbol, and therefore what colour the one on the map island is, and what symbol and or colour the one on the island I haven't explored yet is. But there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combinations. So as long as the others are alright, I think we're okay getting it by trial and error now. Well, I'm not sure what that did. Oh, and to get back into the dome to check, I have to go through all this rotating and everything. Therefore discouraging trial and error. Well, since that didn't seem to do anything inside the dome, let's have another go. Let's swap those two round. Nothing much for that one as well. Oh, hold on. What did I do? That's a button? I thought that was just a light. Oh, let me go back to the original configuration. Okay, here we go with the original configuration again. Nothing. Let's try with blue there instead. Nope. Swap them round now, hold your breath. Nope. Orange and blue's the last possibility. There we go! Alright, so I only had to do 5 out of the 6 possible ones to eventually get it. I wondered if there's a more efficient way of doing it, if I could somehow have intuited the one in the, on the workshop, not the workshop, the map island a bit better than I did. Nevertheless, that is the solution to what feels like a really big puzzle in this game, and I am going to break this video here and find out what happens next time. Thank you to everyone on the left here for supporting me creating Stumbling Tours videos. If you'd like to join in or make suggestions for other games to cover, please have a look at David X Newton on Patreon.